This is the situation for migrants in Saudi who face the risk of hunger and disease. The citizens of Africa's Horns from the Tigray region, the northern part of Ethiopia, face the darkest conditions here in the Yemeni-Saudi border. The most disturbing fact about this life-threatening movement is that the readiness of the emigrants to face all sorts of risk, including death. In the course of these hard and hazardous foot journeys, the migrants encounter problems such as malnourishment, dehydration, acute diarrhea, food poisoning, physical violence, robbery, theft, rape, and extortion from smugglers, brokers, soldiers and villagers. In the last few years it is becoming common to hear or read stories of individuals dying while trying to illegally cross mainly to the Middle East. Tens of thousands of people migrate from Eastern Africa to Yemen each year, even though the country has been devastated by a civil war, and smugglers frequently blackmail and torture migrants. Most migrants are hoping to make it to Saudi Arabia, and find work there. The migrant's dream, escaping poverty by finding work in Saudi Arabia. The small country of Djibouti, located across from Yemen, is often a first stop for migrants. Many of the migrants who leave countries such as Ethiopia and Somalia are extremely young. Only the Bab al-Mandab Strait, which is roughly 30 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, separates the two countries. The migrants often sent out in small, crowded boats that are ill-equipped for the journey by traffickers. That's why Djibouti is a transit country for many migrants trying to make it to Saudi Arabia through Yemen. The journey through Yemen from the Horn of Africa to Saudi Arabia is one of the fastest growing migrant routes worldwide, even though there is a civil war raging in Yemen, and the UN has repeatedly called the situation in Yemen the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. In January of this year, at least 52 people died off the shore of Djibouti. Migrants are imprisoned hidden in compounds while their families are blackmailed into paying for their release. Yemeni authorities do little to stop these criminal activities, according to reporters. Most migrants are subjected to daily torments, beatings, torture, starvation, while many women and girls are raped by their captors. Many migrants in Yemen who want to reach Saudi Arabia travel through Dahleh province, located tens of kilometers inland from the southern coast. Staying and traveling through there is extremely dangerous.